I don't know where to go. The arrows disappeared. Oh, they're over there. Can I chain that? I can. It's even weirder. I'm going the wrong way. The arrows point this way. Yeah, so again, I got stuck on this rock doing this, and I couldn't jump until it was over. That's a problem. Fundamental loss of control in a game that's this fast? And also, you didn't pour more arrows, so I can figure out where to go after I got lost there. You made me go around a corner and then didn't keep directing me. And again, in a game this fast, look at how I'm gonna lose sight of where I'm supposed to go. How did I go back down to D? Is it because I'm getting hit? But like, I do a critical break and it doesn't award me like anything. Stun? Look at that. I'm getting all of these and I haven't progressed past D. What do you mean? I'm playing the game as intended, and you're not giving me any reward for it. It's especially the style meter that tells me I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Right? I don't understand the game intent, design. Because how do you get higher ranks? If I'm doing all of this and I'm not being rewarded for it, what am I doing wrong in that case? And I can only think, nothing. The game is simply wrong. Which is weird, because the game is the one that's judging me. And yet here I am, still at a D rank, dodging everything. I didn't dodge that? You know why I didn't dodge that? Because I was stuck in this stupidly long heavy attack animation. Also, look how weird, slow, and floaty. What are you even shooting at? I'm not even over there. Look how weird and slow this launcher is. Like, the rest of the movement's this, but that launcher was that slow. The game design is incongruent with itself. It's so very confusing. I don't even know if this has iframes when I dodge, or rather dash. Why didn't I go up when I launched him? Also, I killed an enemy and there's no lock onto the next enemy, which isn't helpful. Oh no, there is! So then why wasn't I locked on? I don't understand. And there's like nothing to explore either. It's just from fight to fight, which is a mercy, I suppose, because I don't know if anything else in this game could... Don't worry, I got some by. This game is lacking enough. Having lacking exploration would not help it. Also, I have assists that I can keep using. I don't know how those help me, but they spend meter that they do things. Like, I'm racking my brain trying to figure out what this game is trying to evoke. And all I'm getting out of it is confusion and pain. And again, my desire to, like, see this actually function is what's keeping me going right now. Because, again, look, there's stuff that's here. It's just, I've got 20 puzzle pieces, and they're all to different games. They're all to different puzzles. Yet it looks like they can fit together sometimes, even though they actually can't. I would like that puzzle to actually be made and fit together, instead of this bizarre amalgamation of things that don't fit. Put it away. Put it away. I don't need the menus again. Thank you. And honestly, the music is fine now that it's at a functioning level that's not blowing out my headphones. Like, the music is serviceable. It works. I'd have no idea what's happening, and I'm getting hit. But I did another rider kick. Guess what I hit? Nothing. And yet, I'm not getting any style rank because reasons. It's not like there are that many combos either. There's like 5 whole combos. The music is fine, but the sounds are not. There's a severe lack of impact from both enemy attacks and even my own attacks. I mean, lacking seems to be this game's modus operandi, but again, there are parts that work and way more parts that simply don't. Oh, there goes my style. I got hit. I'm just running down corridors doing fights that I can neither process nor enjoy. This feels more like a Muso game than it does a stylish game, and there is a difference. Like, Muso games are definitely more about mowing down crowds than it is styling. Maybe that may be blasphemous to some people, but that is absolutely how it is. Also, we're phasing through this route, so that's great. But yeah, Muso games also don't have a style meter. I don't even know what I got hit by, but I lost my rank because of it. The lock-on simply dropping for whatever reason is weird too. Because clearly, when there's an enemy nearby, it locks onto the next enemy. But then it just stops locking on at some point, which definitely doesn't help. Dodge kick. Like, I feel like getting those perfect dodges should give me pointage, but it seems like it's giving me nothing. Like, my rank is barely increasing by doing those dodges, and I went through that perfectly and only got a C, doing everything I could. I got stunned too, great, because I don't have any control of where I'm actually going. Like, stuff's just happening, and I happen to be there. This game is so confusing on what it wants to be. I mean, like, for a mindless button masher, I guess it accomplishes that. But unfortunately, I like to try and actually style and think, and this game is not accomplishing that. Like, I want to try and learn the tech, and like, you tried to put tech in here, but it's just non-functional. There goes my rank because no one is near me for some reason. And the lock-on broke again, so I'm not actually going towards anybody. And we're done, I guess. And it's actually been a bit since I've seen a... Okay, that was fast. Seen a boss. I mean, I know I saw one in the beginning, but that was like, again, 20 minutes in. And I feel like I've been fighting very many random mobs for basically no payoff. You know what's even weirder? There's no reward for doing anything. Yeah, I'm getting style rankings that don't go very high because I only get up to C, but there's no points awarded with them either. Like, it's not tracking anything. I'm not getting red orbs to buy new skills with because, as far as I can tell, there's no skill tree or anything. So, like, again, we're lacking in sort of the basic things expected of a game of this genre. So the game is just going to be this. And, like, the incentive to actually do better doesn't exist. Right? Getting better rankings doesn't give me anything. So even though I see the letter not going up, and I feel bad about it not going up, I also start to care less because it means even less than it normally does. Like, that's kind of what's making this game even more dull, is that the reward center of my brain is not being triggered because there are no rewards. And, you know, you didn't die isn't a reward. It's the base expectation for playing a game. I don't feel like I'm winning, despite the fact that I'm winning. Also, this was entirely one corridor. We went straight forward. I don't know what's stunning me, but my shields are enough that I'm not dying. Still a bizarre decision, because shields are the kind of thing you see in, like, you know, Halo or Mass Effect. Not really in a game like this. But then also, enemy damage is, like, really bizarrely high when you do take damage. And enemies spam everything, so it's not like you can really escape the damage that easily. Like, are you meant to be able to no-hit this? Because it's a little chaotic. And I don't have control over my actions half the time. So maybe you're not expected to be able to no-hit things. Which, again, as part of the game design, is something you really should strive for in a game like this. This game really should reward technical mastery. But if you're just gonna throw everything at the player and be like, yeah, that's a fight, it really disincentivizes mastery. Like, again, more recent play example, Memory of Heroes. Higher rank means more EXP, more money to buy more skills. More skills, or better skills, means you can do more and, you know, handle more combos. There are new things out here, and they're just murdering me straight up. Like, there's still a reward system. There's incentive to do better outside of just clearing the game. I could use my skills too. What are these ghost guys? They're bothering me. Do they exist? They're sort of just body blocking me. Like, I started dying and I don't know why. I'm also not locked onto anybody again because, you know, why would you need to lock on? The fact that that does nothing and doesn't seem to have a hitbox is also very weird, because I've activated that next to an enemy and it doesn't seem to hit them. What are these ghosts and why are they just annoying? They're like not even hitting me. Is it you? Why am I not locked onto you? You were nearby when I killed the last guy. What an annoying fight. Oh, I dashed through the end portal. Is it a boss? I guess it's a boss. Why did you open up that little red, huh? Oh, you're doing green attacks. It's a little hard to tell. Sound cues would be fantastic for things like that. But I guess you don't really do those either. Sound cues are incredibly important for a game like this. Oh, you killed me. Was I taking hits? I couldn't tell. Sorry, this game. Well, I can see why I haven't really been hearing much about this, because I don't think people are gonna stick it out. There we go. Yeah, you're doing attacks, but like there's no real indicator for it aside from the green light above your head. But like that's not enough. You push me away and then tell me to break it with a light attack. Like, what do you mean? That's not letting me do anything about it. You're telling me that's an interruptible attack and then don't let me interrupt it? Alright. Why does that hit Why does it hit vertically? I'm above it. What do you mean? The hitboxes don't make sense either. I'm literally so high above it, I can't see the attack anymore. But it hit me? Why? Is it not a jumpable attack? What kind of attack is it then? Because I was clearly above it. Why are your hitboxes jank? Oh, because everything else is jank. But like, you couldn't make those tighter? No time to swerve. The fact that there's so little effect on your attack that I can't even tell it's an attack and not just you moving is a huge problem. Like, I can't even get to you to stop your attack. Why even give it an attack indicator in the first place then? Can I please be allowed to fight you? Oh my god. I'm literally hitting you with my light attack. What do you mean I didn't interrupt it? I was literally hitting you while the attack indicator was up. I just interrupted your attack. What do you mean? I literally just dodged it and was hitting you. What just happened? The music isn't even fitting. And then the abrupt cut to loading. 600 miles from Black Cross HQ. Ugh, it's so hot. Oh, man up, Kiba. You were just fine 2 miles ago. That was 2 whole miles. Also, does the dev know how far a mile is? Why are we so far from it? And we're walking. We're walking and fighting. And he's complaining about 2 miles when we're going 600 in total. Yeah, when we were in a forest. That was 2 miles ago? Where'd this desert come from? Where, as in asking for a location, is spelled W-H-E-R-E. Word is not a word. Well, back during the Great War, a bunch of explosion went off. Bunch of explosion. Please match your terms. Bunch implies plural. Explosion implies singular. Or not implies, is. And cut some massive localized ozone holes. Is that how that works? I feel like that's not quite how that works. And well, we standing under one of them. So why are we not frying? The ozone protects from radiation. If we're standing under a colossal ozone hole, radiation should be absolutely annihilating us right now. Never knew you were a history buff, V. Dude seems to just know the state of the world, not history. That seems still pretty recent, because it still exists. Also, what's going on with the shadows? The shadow mapping is inadequate. Well, mostly just human era stuff. So I know there are the Wolvers? What were they? I don't remember. So I guess that's a different race, and there were other dudes we were fighting. But do they have different history? Is it not just world history? Human era? Is there multiple eras? Figured I should know my people's history, you know? You know, that's a good thing. Make sure you also study language and grammar and all of that as well. It helps when you want to talk to people and get your point across. Especially considering there aren't many of us left. What? That's a lower drop. What do you mean? What was with the animation jump? Oh, we're just doing that, huh? Also, the menu is back up, and I can't close it because I don't have control. Why? Why does the HUD need to be on when we're in a cutscene? You can just hide it, I'm sure. It doesn't need to be eternally on, and I don't know what this graphical bug is, but it's freaking me out. Anyhow, we should get going. There should be a comma there, probably. Maybe not. Not totally necessary. Shining form unlocked. I almost read that as shinning, and I'm like, no, that's spelled correctly. Don't complain about that one. Shining form. Do I have a super form? RT hold D-pad up. Right trigger up max SP. Oh, there's another use for skill points. Okay, let's go get that then. It'd be nice to have a sprint. At least they have music for different areas. That's the bare minimum you can achieve with music, at least. You can just do that in the middle of any combo, huh? It looks so bad. That launch does not feel like a launch. That feels like we're just being lifted up by an invisible grab hand. But I feel that's more of an Unreal Engine, like Unreal Engine newbie quirk, as opposed to it's done badly. It's just, if you don't know how, that's how it's gonna end up looking. I'd say this definitely feels more akin to a student project. But again, there's a price tag on it, which carries its own problem. Hey look, useless corner. There's no reason to explore in this game. I still do it, but there's no— oh, new enemies. That's another thing, at least. At least there are more enemies around, even though you sort of just keep mashing and hope for the best. That launcher hits behind me? That's wild. You know, they gave me the thing where it's like, you can use Shining Form now. Why? How do I unlock Devil Trigger? From what plot purpose? Because it has to happen? It has to exist? I guess. And then they didn't give me a tutorial to actually practice that. They just said, yeah, you have it now. Go for it. Like, I feel like that is one of those things where it's like, you don't think about it when you're playing, so then you design and you don't put it in. But then when you do play, and you should play test your own stuff, you should realize it's missing, because, hello. You're gonna give me a new mechanic and then don't let me test it out in a proper setting. And then you're gonna act like it always existed. Is this guy doing heavy attacks? I can't tell. I guess he has the shiny light above his head. But again, no sound cues to help out. Oh, I guess you are. There we go, got a break. But yeah, without a soft lock, and honestly very little magnetism when it comes to movement and attacking. Like, my attacks are just wide sweeping, so they're gonna hit. But like, I'm not pulled towards them a lot of the time. Like, yeah, like I'm just going here. I always like to refer back to Kingdom Hearts because that was one of the earliest action games I played, and I still feel like it's designed so well for its time. Why can't I climb this? And why is the camera still so fast? Did I not tone that down? Did it reset? Did I not tone that down to 4? Or down to 2? Did it reset? What happened? The music volume 2, why is that back up to 6? I hit apply. That's so weird. Why? And I have it on recording too. Like, I have it recorded that I changed the settings, and I also have it recorded that the settings clearly were changed because everything was moving better. And then it reset it. Why? This game isn't even held together by, like, shoestring and a piece of gum. Like, it is... it's not held together at all. I'm astonished. Alright, what was it? RT hold. It's such a weird button combination, too. Why? D-pad up. Alright, I'm green now. Why is this hole here? What did Shining Mode do? Did it give me more power? I didn't... Ow, what? From where? Oh my god, in the ground? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Dev, plug up this hole. You cannot allow that. You cannot. There should be collision right on top of here. You should be able to float on top of that because you do not need to fall into this hole. There is no reason why that should function like that. Just for convenience's sake. Oh my, that texture looks awful. Looks better when you're actually down here, but, you know. Yeah, I don't know what Shining Form did for me aside from being green. I didn't feel any stronger or faster. Granted, I was in a hole for half the time because it was very questionable arena design. I'm getting really mad at these color-coded attacks. Color-coded attacks are like the bane of stylish action. Did no one learn from DMC Devil May Cry? The fact that they had to walk that back in the remastered or deluxe edition because it's so bad. Like, again, if you're gonna make a game of a genre, you should really study up on what makes that genre work and what it doesn't work. You can have your ideas, but you gotta make sure that those ideas aren't the worst possible ever. Why is this out here? I thought this was the way forward, but actually not. Why is this over here? And there are also people just out here. Hello. Okay. It's weird window dressing. I guess they're just locals, but like... What? What? I lose access to combos and they just do pose that explode? Why? Why does that function like that? No. Just make it a normal power-up form. I didn't even know what I got hit by because I can't see the attack indicators here. I keep forgetting I have other skills I should be using. But again, it's a little hard to remember to use them because the game is very weird about how combos and stuff work. I'm getting hit by I don't even know what. I think the enemy are using like yellow attacks, but the area is all yellow, so I can't actually see them. Or they're stupidly wide, big, sweeping attacks. I'm not even locked onto anything because why would a lock-on function? Why would you need a lock-on to function? It's a mystery. It's also really funny to me that enemies will just sit there and do attacks in whatever direction. They're not targeting me. Like, there's no AI here. They're not targeting me. They're just doing pre-programmed attacks because that's what they do. I'm not even seeing basic AI. They're just turrets shooting in a direction. No wonder it doesn't feel like I'm fighting enemies, because I'm not. Okay, at least you blocked those off. You do know how to use invisible walls. That was a weirdly long stretch of nothing. I was expecting a little bit more. Wasn't wanting more, but I was expecting it. Alright, now that we're out in the open, I gotta see again. So does that just do damage to whoever's locked onto? That's so weird. Don't make that a transformation then, just have it be a special move that activates. That's so weird. Like, there's a vision there for sure. I'll say I see it. But the execution is just so spotty. Like, why not just make that an attack instead of a transformation? Because it doesn't function like a transformation. I also didn't try the heavy attacks, that was all light attacks. So I don't know how that changes, but really, I don't feel like that should be a transformation. That should just be a move. Dedicated transformation to being a transformation, you know? Judgment Cut End and Devil Trigger are different moves. They're different things. Don't equate them. at least for better or for worse, there's content. You know, I'm still playing it. There's still stuff to do. I'm still hitting these things, which is, I hate these moves already. The knockback is also kind of egregious. I feel like if I'm dashing, which again, I can't quite control, I should be able to dash through the attack. Like, does this have iframes or not? I can't tell, but I'm running into attacks, despite the fact that I'm trying to dash through them. It feels wrong that I'm not able to dash through. Why am I on fire? It's the total loss of control that feels awful. Again, not locked on. Look how far away I slid, just trying to do regular attack. There's no sound effects. It's so lackluster. Oh, there was one more fight before the end? I thought I was out of here. Oh, not the ghost guys again. Where's the blue guy? Is it you? It's you. They literally just exist to body block. They're so annoying. No, that's infuriating, though. That's a terrible enemy. Is there another blue guy? No, it's still you. You just phased into the rocks. Why? Why are you allowed to do that? Alright, I think I got him. What is the design of that enemy? What is the purpose? Because what do you mean they just create ghosts that body block you until you kill the caster? What does that do? How do you play around that? What is the purpose of that enemy? Turn off the HUD, please. It is unnecessary to bring up every single time. I was also under the impression that there were other playable characters. Can I actually swap, or like, is that relegated to later? Who's summoning the goddamn tornadoes? No, I'm trying to lock onto the caster. I can't even choose my target properly. It's the way the stupid system works. There's two casters. Wonderful. Brand new enemy, throw two of them at me and don't even let me know they're there. Wonderful design. That lasts for far too long. These enemies are so mobile, it's actually really annoying. Also, there's no other thing to do with my special button. It's just Stinger. There's a whole third button that I'm not using because it doesn't do anything else. I have this, why do I need a Stinger? It's slower, but like that doesn't help me. Like for once, it doesn't help me to be slower in this case. Especially because this also does damage. Like, why do I need a Stinger if I have that dash? Stinger is great for its knockback and its gap closing. But this doesn't have knockback. In fact, the enemies don't even flinch, which is a whole new problem. Because I love it when enemies have hyper armor, especially when it doesn't make sense. This camera's fantastic. I won't fault him for the camera, though, because cameras are hard, and no one gets it right. I just accept the camera as a, expected... What? What? The lock-on works? I can swap? It's worse than that. If I hit right on the stick, it swaps targets. If I hit left on the stick, it does nothing. Why does it only work one way? I've been trying to swap targets this whole time with the stick, only to realize I'm not swapping targets because it only works in one direction. Why? Why is it like this? This game isn't finished. This game isn't listed to be in early access, is it? Because if anything, it should be. This game isn't even half-baked. It's been in the oven for 10 minutes at 350 degrees. You either gotta raise the temperature or leave it in there longer. Preferably both. Because this thing is not ready. Oh, you showed up to get hit, huh? Why are these guys so tanky? There's also the fact that there are no health bars, right? DMC has health bars. So I can't tell how far I am from defeating an enemy. I just have to wing it. I'm given so little information. The fact that my attack won't even go towards the locked-on enemy, and I can't control it manually. The stinger didn't even make it. You know what would have made it? The dash. Like, the camera doesn't even know what to do half the time. When you go to the next stage, it fixes... It undoes all the changes that... Like, again, I did this on the main menu. I turned it up to 6. I didn't even do this on the main menu, though. It was set to 1. Why won't it save the changes? I don't understand. Why? Apply, 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 please. Okay, go back. Check. Okay. Go back. Continue. The stairs don't work. The stairs don't work. Obviously, they work going down, but they don't work. Why is that not a ramp? Why is it a vertical wall? What do you mean? How did I go up a step? I have taken 0 game design classes. I have done 0 study into, like, actual game design. I'm just a guy who plays games. This is wrong. This is wrong. I don't understand. If this were a student project, I might actually have to fail it. Because there's so much wrong. It's an astonishing amount. Also, the hitbox comes out before the tornado shows up. You can't have desynchronous animations. Asynchronous animations, rather. Because I'm getting hit before the attack actually shows up. Which is not great. But I'm also, like, not actually taking hits, because, Each new enemy is worse and more annoying because of absurd design philosophy. Or lack of philosophy? I don't know. Like, where am I going? I don't know what's happening, what I'm even doing. I'm just bouncing around. I'm not even, like, taking damage. But I'm also just not in control of anything. Someone please help the dev. Please. I don't need help. I can manage. I'll handle existing. But someone help the dev. They need it. I want them to be able to make a game, but they need a crazy amount of help to actually, like, make this function properly. also still only at a D rank, despite the fact that I have no shield damage, and I'm comboing everything. None of the systems that have been implemented function the way they should be, from a standard game design viewpoint. I'm just baffled at how we've made it this far. I'm baffled that I'm still playing. I'm stubborn, that's for sure. I didn't think I was this stubborn, but apparently I am. My heavies still work normally. But when I'm transformed, my lights become poses. So the transformation is also half-baked. Because my entire moveset should change then, if you're gonna change my light attacks into something drastically different. Like, I'm losing rank because I'm taking hits, but I'm taking hits because I'm not carrying what I'm throwing out because I'm trying to do combos. Like, there it is. There's another one. And, like, this game isn't tightly designed enough to warrant losing the entire style meter on taking a hit. Because you're gonna take a hit with the way everything works, or rather, doesn't work like that. I'm in the middle of a dash that has no iframes. Is there a summoner, or is it just you? Okay, no one is close enough to swap, apparently. Man, those hit sounds are just so dinky. There's no weight behind them. It's so sad. There's at least weight behind the heavies, but like, you need more. There's a summoner. There he is. I gotta swap all the way around. There we go. Love the camera angle. Oh, I'm not in range. Awesome. So there's a range to that too. But I'm also stuck posing because there's no momentum when I move. Also, everyone needs to move away from the goddamn walls because the camera can't handle it. So why is all the enemies standing behind the walls? And why did lock-on stop locking on?
Cylinders, all out!
Like, I hit the enemy once, I break them so they're supposed to stagger, but then they just move away anyway. I can't do any combos because no enemy will stay still to let me do anything. That's crazy. The game is fighting against itself to function. The game doesn't even know what it wants to do. Okay, the camera's getting worse as I play, because I'm not locked on again for some reason. Despite the fact that I'm fighting these guys, the lock-on stopped. Oh my god, there's gonna be one more, it's too early. But get me out of here. I knew it. I wish I wasn't right. I don't like this Egypt zone. These enemies are terrible. And they're so goddamn tanky, too. Like, again, there's no skill tree. I can't power up my attacks, but these enemies gotten tankier and they're just throwing them at me as if they're regular enemies. Why is there enemy strength progression when there's no character strength progression? I don't get stronger. I'm the same as I was at level 1. But the enemies have gotten way more tanky, as if I'm doing more damage, which I'm not. Again, the game is confused at what it wants to be, what it wants to do. Yeah, in most games it makes sense for enemies to get stronger as you go along, but it also makes sense for the player to get stronger as you go along, and I haven't gained any new strength. I've gained a couple new abilities, like this. That was perfect, because it did absolutely nothing. And, you know, I have the occasional friend, if I remember to do it. Not that they're terribly helpful, because I can't tell what they're doing. It's just... he was just standing there. He was doing nothing. Get out.
Well, that was all quite impressive.
Oh, speaking, boss.
Placed such a high price for your heads. I should thank you.
The music's too loud again.
Because of your deaths, I, Creator of the Pharaoh Triad, will spread my influence to all districts.
The music is too loud, even though the voice is at max.
Reign as the goddess that I am.
Did you not test anything? I like to reset the music volume and the camera sensitivity. Oh, this game. You need more than just patches. This thing needs to be rebuilt from the ground up. It doesn't work. Oh, that was a dodge. How am I supposed to break you if you push me away before you even do the attack? Oh, I took that one. Again, more than just a little blinky green indicator would be nice to know what kind of attack is coming. A sound key or anything. Let me guess, it's a red move? Yeah. So I can never break you out of it, despite the fact that I'm supposed to break red move. And you keep pushing me away immediately. So that's great. I didn't even know what kind of move that was. Oh, cool, that had no indicator. The enemies pushing you away, or the bosses pushing you away randomly is infuriating. Because what kind of character action game does that? Like, look at that! I'm doing nothing but moving in, and I'm getting blown back across the arena. From what? Oh, I won. Good. You don't deserve a phase 2. Die. Damn it. Just going to a phase 2. Why is this mech not at all mummy themed? I should be seeing a giant pharaoh mech. Oh my god, the pushing me away. I hate it. I hate it. It's so dumb. This is the worst thing you could do. I have to get in close and you're just gonna push me away with air? Also, I was taking damage through my shield. What do you mean? Oh, this is the dumbest design. I'm being blown back by wind that doesn't even have an effect. There's no visual effect for it. I just get blown out of combo range. This is so stupid. I can't even get hits in because the game just decides I don't get to go in. Look at this! I'm being blown back by nothing as soon as I touch the ground. Why? Why would you design it that way? I literally can't go in. Why does that do damage through my shield? What the hell is the point of the shield if you're just gonna ignore it? Not to mention there's no sign that it's going to ignore my shield. You've given me no warning that you're gonna do that. Like, you have to convey things to players, because I'm not feeling the actual flames burning my skin. You need to make concessions because it's not real life. I'm gonna die. This fight, and again, we're back to just dumping mobs into the fight because we can't actually make a decent moveset. I just want to fight the dude and he keeps blowing me back. I hate it. This is one of the worst things you could do in a game. This blowback is the worst. Oh my god, it's so annoying. I just want to combo the boss. Let me do stylish action on the fight. I want to cry. This is the antithesis of this kind of game. Do you know how to make games? Don't answer that. I know the answer. Oh my god. I managed to do multiple helm breakers, got stuck on top of him. There's no sound that works well. I'm taking hits that I don't know that's happening because I can't hear it, because there's no sound, there's no hit indicators. And now we have the mobs because we can't design a proper boss. So we do the laziest thing we can do and flood the arena with 50 dudes. What are we doing? Look how many enemies you spawned into this fight. Why? This is one of the most low-effort things you could do. Just throw 40 more dudes into a fight. Look at what's happening on the screen. Do you understand what's happening? Because I'm playing, I'm holding the controller, and I don't. I've also taken less damage somehow this time. So explain that. Can I have my shields back? Since I can't move in anyway. How long does it take for shields to come back? Now my shields are back. Why is the camera going behind the boss? Why is the camera not in front of the boss? What is this camera angle? Why is the lock-on doing that? I'm in front of the boss, I just say in front of the boss. I just want to go in and fight. Just let me hit the boss. Just let me hit the boss. Oh, God. Why is it specifically 541? We've gone 59 miles? And we're in sewers, I guess? There's no dialogue, but it's telling me to progress dialogue. Ah, this is absolutely disgusting. No kidding, my noise is burning. Not my nose, my noise. Spell check. Invest. Them's the Undercity for you. Takes me back. Okay, I guess we're gonna skip that. Spent a year at an ASF training facility around here. Stench toughens you up real quick. My folks would bring me down here for rooster fights when I was 5. I should be capitalized. Your folks did cockfights. Well, they dressed me up like a rooster and gave me a knife. Okay, that one's actually pretty funny. Could have gone pro if I didn't outgrow the costume. I think I'm delirious because I'm finding this funny. I don't know, maybe that was just a good joke. Can we pick up the pace, please? Good call. Though I can't imagine many bounty hunter following us down here. Many bounty hunter. And if we make it through the scale folks turf, we'll be in town in no time.
Attention!
Buster form unlocked? What do you mean? You spent more time with superfluous things than actually developing the core. Now you're suffering from... well, what's the word? Not content bloat. Feature bloat. You're doing too much. The core isn't fully formed yet. The basis of the game is dysfunctional, and you're still adding more onto it? You're not gonna tell me what Buster form even is? It's just right bumper, D-pad up? Why are these weird combinations? Does it autosave? Because I think I'm done for now. I'm stubborn and stupid, so I will see this through to the end, provided it autosaves. But this exists. And it shouldn't yet. But we'll see how much more I can survive next time.